Good afternoon and welcome back. It's a bit of an ACC Central short. Louisville opened up the ACC scrimmages yesterday, and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on that scrimmage because I was actually able to watch it thanks to Purdue's stream and their live stats. They played 15 innings yesterday. Basically, one was an 8-inning game. The second was a 7-inning game. Purdue won the first game 12-9. Louisville won the second 8-5. And you don't want to put too much stock into fall performances, but there is some fun things to see here. And I want to start with the pitching. Patrick Forbes got the start in the first game. He's a borderline first-round draft pick, and I expect him to make the opening weekend rotation for Louisville, either as the 1 or the 2, depending on what's going on with how they feel about Brennan Cutts, the transfer from Indiana State. But Forbes, one of the things I talked to him about a couple days ago on an interview that's going to be coming out later this month is what he's working on. One of the things he maintained that he is stressing this fall was command, and I thought he was really, really sharp in his 2 innings of work. He did give up 1 hit. He did end up making a walk, but he was constantly ahead of hitters and threw 30 pitches. 18 of them were strikes, which is good news. The command was really sharp there, which is what you love to see if that's something he's focusing on. Didn't give up a run and looked really, really good. Some other pitchers that looked really good. Peter Michael, the transfer from Northwestern, he had 1.2 scoreless innings, 28 pitches, 17 strikes, and then the returner Ty Stark finished up game 2 with 1 inning and no runs given up. I wouldn't put too much stock in the guys that did give up runs. Obviously, we're expecting big things from the likes of Justin West, Tucker Biven, Parker Detmers, and Colton Hartman. And those guys, they're all working on something. And we don't know exactly what they're working on, so the results may not be showing up in the box score, but they've got what they're working on, and I wouldn't be too worried about those numbers that they had in the game yesterday. Brennan Cutts as well, the transfer from Indiana State. I think he's going to be another guy in that rotation. And that's something to look forward to, is that rotation battle. They don't have a lot of starting experience returning. Hartman had 8 starts, I think, last year. Forbes had 4. Detmers had a couple, but you had Brennan Cutts, who's coming in from Indiana State. He had a lot of starts for them. He's probably going to be in the rotation with Forbes. The question is that number 3 spot going to again go to Colton Hartman? Is it going to go to Parker Detmers? Is it going to go to somebody else? It's exciting to see this Louisville pitching staff start to come together a little bit, and they're going to need that pitching staff to be much more improved after what happened last season. On the hitting side, there were a lot of things to like. They only had 3 extra base hits in the 15 innings. They only had 4 stolen bases. Those are kind of not the best thing. The running game wasn't quite crisp, but it's the fall. They're working on a lot of things. But what really impressed me, the 2 catchers, in particular, Matt Klein and Taggart Tyson. Matt Klein had a fantastic summer up in the Cape. Hit 375, didn't quite qualify with the number of at-bats for that batting title, but I believe he would have finished 2nd or 3rd in that race behind fellow ACC guys, Jaron Advincula of Cal and Ethan Conrad of Wake Forest. I think he would have finished 3rd, but had a fantastic summer. He can just hit. He went 4 of 8 in the 2 games and hit a double in his first at-bat and was just spraying the ball all over the field. And I really, really like what I saw from Matt Klein. Taggart Tyson was a guy who I believe entered the transfer portal, opted not to transfer after all. He goes 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs. So 2 of your catchers going a combined 6 for 11 with two of the 3 extra base hits your team had, and no strikeouts, by the way. Love to see that. One of the things I also really liked, and I don't know, this is, again, they're messing with a lot of different things in the fall. There's no guarantee this is what it's going to be, but I really liked the way they lined up their 1, 2, and 3 hitters in the first game. You had leading off Lucas Moore, who is a stolen base machine. Zion Rose batted 2nd, and he is a stolen base machine. And then you had Matt Klein, who I just talked about, and how well he can hit the ball to all fields. So I really, really liked that 1, 2, 3 dynamic. I don't know if that's what they're going to do next season, but it's just kind of fun to think about the possibilities there to have Lucas Moore and Zion Rose running riot on the base pass instead of in front of Matt Klein and others. That brings me to the outfield competition. They had started in game one. It went Zion Rose in left, Lucas Moore in center, Eddie King Jr. in right field, and that's a fantastic outfield. I think it's a very promising outfield, but they've got a lot of guys that can play in the outfield, and 3 more guys that I think are very capable of starting and could be in that starting spot by the spring. Garrett Pike, he's a transfer from Toledo. He went 2 for 5. But Michael Lippy, who got a bit of playing time last year, spent some time in the Cape this summer. He had the other extra base hit. I talked about how Klein and Tyson had the 2 extra base hits as catchers of the 3 that were made in total. And Lippy had the other. He had a home run, went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Big day for him. And then the third guy that could push more Rose and King in that outfield competition is Nate Early. He did not play. I'm not sure the reason behind that. I'm sure somebody could fill me in on that. But there's a lot to be excited about with Louisville baseball. Other guys who impressed, Alex Alicia, who is supposedly in the competition for that shortstop spot, will likely probably stick at second, I would imagine, with Bayram Hott at short. He went 2 for 3, had a good day. So lots to love about Louisville. I know the 4 stolen bases, that's not a number you're going to see in 15 innings from them. I think they're going to run a lot. They have a lot of speed, and they've got some power. I'm really intrigued by their first baseman, Tage Davis, who has really impressed with some of his exit velocity in scrimmages so far. Didn't see much from him yesterday, but they go again. They actually have the ACC's second scrimmage next Sunday. They host Indiana. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see that. It'll be at Louisville, but if not, I'm sure Inside Louisville Baseball will be on site. He is a great account to follow if you're a Louisville fan, and that's just some of the thoughts I wanted to share about our first ACC scrimmage. I'll be trying to do more of these as scrimmages occur, and go Cardinals.